RASSIE Erasmus names his Springbok team for the first round of the Rugby Championship versus the Wallabies. And just when you think you've got RASSIE figured out, he goes and changes it up again. Goes for the conventional 5-3 split on the bench, a positional change in Siya Kolisi playing at number 8, resting guys like Damian de Allende and Cheslin Colby, and bringing in guys like Andre Esterhuizen and Edwin van der Merwe to see what they can do against the big dogs. Before we get into it, let me know in the comments what you think of this team. What changes would you have made? What do you like about this team? What do you not like about this team? Let me know in the comments. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get into it. So first, Springbok Matchday 23 named for the Rugby Championship this year. Very, very exciting stuff. The first thing I looked at when I looked at the squad was what was the bench layout. He's gone with a 5-3 conventional split. And like that, I was expecting a 6-2 or a 7-1 or even an 8-0 split, but he's gone with a 5-3. Love that. We're going to go into it. So Oxen Chair, Wilco Louw and Malcolm Marx up front. Then you've got Eben Etzebeth, Louis de Jager in the locks. Back row of Marco van Staden, Pieter Steph du Toit, Siya Kolisi, captain, and number 8 as well. Don't mind that shift from number 6 to 8. RASSIE Erasmus did say that Siya Kolisi was one of the options that they were looking at playing number 8. Of course, he can play anywhere in that back row. And very excited to see him go at number 8. Then Grant Williams, Manie Libbok, 9 and 10. Andre Esterhuizen, Jesse Kriel in the centre. A new little centre pairing there. I say little, not little at all. Absolute monsters in the centre. Back 3, Kurtley Arendse, Edwin van der Merwe and Apelele Fassi. A little change up there still. The same amount of headgears in that back 3, but a little change up there. Obviously, no Cheslin Colby. And then the bench of Mbonambi, Wessels, Ntlapakanye, Franco Mostert. We've got Kwagga Smith is there, Kobus Reinach, Kanan Moody, and Damian Willems. I'll talk on the bench quickly. Forwards, Bongo Mbonambi definitely expected there as the backup hooker to Malcolm Marx. And then Jan-Hendrik Wessels and Ntlapakanye. Can't wait to see how they go against the big dogs in guys like Taniela Tupou, Angus Bell when they get opportunity. But then you look, Oxen Chair, Wilco Louw and Malcolm Marx to start, the front row. That must be the biggest, scariest, most powerful front row there is going around. These guys are absolute units. Good luck scrumming against them. And then good luck for when the subs come on in Wessels, Mbonambi and Ntlapakanye. So do like the experience of that front row to start off with. And then the guys coming in, a bit of experience with Mbonambi coming on, but then Jan-Hendrik Wessels and Ntlapakanye coming on, that fresh new face, guys with a ton of energy and with lots of potential. And you want to see them going at it against the big dogs. Then you've got Franco Mostert, Kwagga Smith, the last 2 forwards as bench. You've got Franco Mostert who can cover lock, he can cover the back row as well. Then obviously Kwagga Smith who can cover the back row, somewhere in the back line if needed as well. You've got on the team, or on the starting lineup, you've got Pieter Steph du Toit who can cover lock as well if needed. Eben Etzebeth, Louis de Jager, love that combo. Eben, obviously your enforcer, he's coming up against Will Skelton, Valentini, those big dogs. Yes, they pushed the British and Irish Lions team around. Let's see if they can push Eben around. That's going to be a lovely matchup there. Good to see Louis de Jager getting in amongst it again. Obviously long layoff with injury, come back, played his games versus Italy, I think Barbarians as well, and he's been fantastic. Looking at that back row, Marco van Staden will go head-to-head with someone like Fraser McWright, being absolute nuisance at breakdown, look to slow the ball down, look to turn balls over. Pieter Steph du Toit is he's just Pieter Steph du Toit. He's going to give you 110% all the time for the full 80 minutes. Look to him to play for the full 80 minutes. I can see Marco van Staden being subbed for Kwagga Smith. Could potentially see Siya Kolisi maybe even coming off and Marco van Staden playing a full 80 minutes and Kwagga Smith coming on at 8th minute. Franco Mostert looking maybe to sub out with Louis de Jager. I think Eben Etzebeth will play a full 80 minutes. Then looking 9 and 10, Grant Williams, Marnie Libbok. I think this is the 9 and 10 that can carry the Springboks now until the World Cup. Till the 2027 World Cup. These guys are class. Marnie Libbok has worked so hard on his kicking out of or off the tee. And I hope it just gets better and better. He's got the perfect mix of knowing when to run. His attacking flair, his attacking intent, his execution on his attacking skills, his passing or when to put players into gaps, his kicking out of hand. And then Grant Williams has been unreal. I think he's aiming to make that Bok jersey, that Bok number 9 jersey, his fast around the breakdown. If you leave a little gap at ruck time, he's going to take it and he's going to be gone. Good luck trying to catch him. Then you've got obviously Kobus Reinach, who can cover 9. Damien Willems on the bench, who can cover 10. And fullback. And then looking at the centres, Andre Estres and Jesse Kriel, obviously Damien Dallender having a bit of a rest for this one, or not selected in this one, you would usually see him pairing with Jesse Kriel. But Andre Estres is giving you front foot ball, big ball carrier over that vantage line, looking to dent that Wallabies midfield. That Wallabies midfield, very, very strong. Len Ikital, Joseph Akuso Suali'i. But if you've got to tackle big boys like Andre Estres the whole time, it makes it really hard then to have energy to still do what you want to do on attack. So look to Andre Estres to get that front foot over that vantage line, bruise that Wallabies midfield, and then bring Kanan Moody on later. I think he could come on. He's covering centre, he's covering wing, he's covering fullback. So it'll be interesting to see where he comes on. And I love that they've picked him there at on the bench because he covers a lot of positions and a big prospect. We obviously saw what he did in his first ever game for the Springboks versus the Wallabies. That try on debut, unreal. So very interesting to see how he goes. And then the back three, oh man, I love the inclusion of Edward van der Merwe. Yeah, he's played a couple games for the Springboks, hasn't played against a top 10 team yet. Either Wales is probably his, or Italy. Is Italy in the top 10? I probably should have checked that before saying it out loud. But he hasn't played against quote-unquote strong opposition. Wallabies, although probably some would argue not up there with the strongest competition, but still a quality side with out-and-out rugby players, that history within Wallabies rugby as well. We know the battle that Springboks and Wallabies have had over the years. And for Edward to get game time and to get time against these bigger oppositions, absolutely love it. And within a squad that looks to be nearly full strength, I would make 1 or 2 changes, but man, Edward van der Merwe has been knocking on that door to be involved. He's obviously, I would still pick Cheslin Colby above Edward van der Merwe, but man, every opportunity he's got, he's been sensational. So love to see what he does in big games like this. And I absolutely love that he's getting an opportunity there. Obviously, your guys like Kurtley Orange, Apolele Fassi, they just go out there and do what they do. And they do it really well. So I can't wait for it. First box squad named for the Rugby Championship. What do you guys think? What changes would you make? Who would you bring in? Who would you leave out? What do you think the score is going to be? I'll do a preview when the Wallabies squad gets named later on in the week. But I see with this team, I see Springboks winning by 10 points plus. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you next time. Bye.